or catching those red flags faster now? Like the more you learn, the faster you catch on to those red flags.
Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's important not to get your emotions so caught up in the fact
So
that you're
early
attracted
on.
to somebody, that
Yeah.
you like them, because you really need to see these types of things.
Yeah.
You know, you need to be, and you need to learn how to ask questions wiser. So I'm still learning that about myself.
Yeah.
How do you get information out of someone? Because I mean,
Yeah.
recently dating has been related to data, right? So
Yeah.
you're gathering data on this person. So as you're gathering the data, is this somebody that you feel like, hey, this person seems like they will go after knowledge, after understanding. They're open to us getting whatever we need to do to get to step B, because I don't know everything about stocks, but I want to know more about stocks. So are you the kind of man that's like, no, just keep it in savings account? I don't want to know nothing about stocks. That's going like, I'm like, what? And you're not even open to learning about an LLC. You got a talent,
Yeah.
but you don't even want to get no LLC. You don't want to even learn anything about having a, like, them red flags to me, boo. You're not even open-minded to getting knowledge or trying to better, yourself or situations. What's gonna happen when I get involved in it? Because I'm not good with ignorance. I don't like to be ignorant or dumb or don't know something. I'm going to find me a class. We're about to figure this thing
Miss
out.
Veronica, I got another question. So when you see those red flags, how do you at that point discontinue the relationship? Like how do you
I'm like, yeah, we good being friends.
Miss Veronica, when I took your advice the last time, that guy went nuts. Okay,
It's
okay.
okay.
Stalker now.
It's okay for them to go nuts. You need to get used to when people go nuts, and you need to practice your calmness and watch them go nuts.
I got a whole stalker now. Okay.
I mean, guess what? Get your prayer game up and pray for them. But you'd rather have this come out earlier than later. Right?
That's true.
I mean, like, as Courtney said, keep it moving. Once you find the information out, you look at, okay, one, is this person a good person for me to even continue to be friends with? Because if they got knowledge or something, or we got some type of common area where we can exchange, but we just ain't exchanging as far as being in a relationship. That's not what we moving towards. We cool and everything. And then you have to decide, even after that, if you continue to just be friends with them, is it worth the time? Because some men will be salty, be like, well, you had a whole man in front of you and you didn't want to. Okay, you salty. So if that's going to continue to come up, well, you got a problem because I wouldn't be your girl. Yeah, I'm good. We don't have to talk anymore. Because now you're stuck on the fact that because I didn't want you to be my man. And, now you can't even see the value of the fact that, hey, I know some stuff, you can know some stuff, and we can actually exchange and have some, because that might have been the main reason why we met in the first place.
But isn't that leading on? Isn't that leading the guy on?
No, it's not. No. Especially if I'm saying this ain't going on.
Oh, you already said it. I got you.
Yeah.
I've
already said that.
What I'm asking is,
it's not going to go in. We could be friends and we could be cool.
Okay, you let him know we could be cool.
Yeah,
but I think
can be. Okay. Yeah, and especially if there are subjects like, I'm a certified coach. I met a guy that's what he was doing, was coaching, and he had some other things that were going on. I knew, like, it's not going. He wasn't spiritually wanting to go. I mean, he just cursed all the time. If initially he didn't, but it started coming out where he was cursing a lot. That's why you got to have this vetting time. You got to talk to people, because the initial representative that show up ain't the real. It ain't a real person.
Oh my God, you said representative.
It's not. I mean, we all got it. We all got it. We all have
interview ready.
Yeah, we all got it. We all want to show our best self at the beginning. But then when you get a little bit more comfortable, you do throw a few things out there, that you like, okay, you didn't tell them before. But when those things start coming out, I'm like, yeah, we really ain't on the same page, because I'm done with cussing. And You know, I don't want that cussing spirit all. Everything you say is this. Like, yeah, yeah.
No parts of that in my house. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, so it is what it is. Right. So, and then if y'all continue to be friends and he like I say, he's salty and throwing something every time, well, you had this, hey, I am a man, and I'm this and I'm that, and you ain't wanna, and if it continues to come up like that, like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. We're not doing this right here. That's not how that's gonna go.
Okay. Okoye, anything to add?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I heard everything I need to hear.
Oh. And what is that, Okoye? What did you hear?
What she just said.
Oh, okay. Do you do a vetting process, Okoye? Or do you just, hey, let's go. I'm ready. We taking off.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
Do you do a vetting process? You meet a young woman.
I did. So I did. I did, but I'm to the point now. I did before. I let people be them and I try not to judge. And I just see if the woman can work for me more so. I try not to judge because I don't want to come off as judgmental. Because I just realized, like, huh?
Why would you say that vetting is being judgmental?
No, I said I don't want to come off
together.
No, I'm saying I don't want to come off as me being just like I don't want to judge you because like I realize like how I look at it is I'm not the same man I was 3 years ago. Makai, you definitely not the same woman you was 3 years ago. You know, Veronica, when I met you 5 years ago, you know, you are a different woman. You know, have much more knowledge, and how I look at it. Q, I don't know, you know, offense or nothing like that, but how I look at it is, dang, like I'm gonna say Q because I don't know Q. Dang, Q is a beautiful. Yeah, I'm like, dang, look at Q now. Q is a much refined person. If I just would have worked with her, look at her now. And I'm gonna go back to you, Veronica. Dang, Veronica, you know, Veronica, 5 years ago, you know, you seemed like you was this way, but now I got to know you more down to earth and pure. So I try not to lead with that. I get to know her and see what she about and see if she works for me. But not the vetting or the elimination, you know, we ain't no Survivor. You know what I'm saying?
That's not
I'm just
what
gonna
it
see what's
is.
up, and then we
That's
go
not
from
what vetting
then I can
is.
see if
That's
I can
not
eliminate you. You know,
that's not what it is. That's not what that is. It's a matter of
no, I'm just saying for me.
Yeah, that's not really what that is. And I think you could call it vetting, you could call it getting to know, but everybody has to go through a process. And if you don't, that's why stuff's so jacked up, because you like, I like you, you like me, we about to have this experience. We going out to eat, we gonna smoke hookah, we gonna get high, and we gonna drink, and we going back to my crib. And that's all that it ends up being, is you've already like jumped in emotionally, physically, and everything without really knowing them from a can of paint. You really don't. You don't know nothing about them. You've had a couple of experiences with them, and you really don't truly know what you're working with. So that to me shows growth if you actually takes the time and grab hold of your body and your feelings, your emotions and everything, and keep what's first, which is let's talk. And it don't have to be that way. I have some cards. These places now got cards, like you play a game of getting to know somebody. They pull a card, you pull a card. It's actually fun. I like that. You know, one is called Date Night.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, you got these cards called Date Night. You got one called like what is it? It's like the what is it called? I think it's gender debates or something. Like, these are good things because it gives you a chance to have fun and at the same time get to know each other, without it being like, okay, let me ask you 1,001 questions. Or, you know, for me, I'll just be like, sit down to dinner, like, okay, even maybe before we get to where we meeting at, tell me 3 things about yourself that you've never told me. You know, and that's it. Then I'm like, you ask me a question. You know, you got to keep it interesting to get to know someone, in, you know, without putting all this other stuff in it. You know, like without being high, without having a drink. Like, I want to know the real you. Let the real you show up. Let me see if I really like you. First of all, like, okay, you look cool, your body cool, your voice cool and sexy and everything, but you know, I like, might not even really like you when it really get down to it. You know, like, let's be honest. You know, let me give you. Let's get down to it. Let's find out some real deal things. Let me find out what your style is like. Let me find out what's really in your head. And it could be naturally, but definitely playing games and things like that. I mean, everybody. I think Hardly Initiated got cards out now. All these people got all these different cards out on how to get to know somebody better, those kind of things. I think you can read a book with the person, something like relationship goals, or you know, God is a matchmaker. You know, Gottman Institute got a lot. This man does everything with relationships. You can pick something from that. You know, you can make it fun to getting to know somebody, and that will show you a lot about whether you should be with one another or not.
That's why you should go and have a cup of coffee. That's why on that
Like
list
the
of 30
coffee.
places you don't want to go, sis, go have you a cup of coffee.
Mhm.
Okay? Because the first question you need to ask somebody is, do you believe in Jesus? Because if you like, well, you know, kind of, no, you don't, and I don't have the time for it, nor the patience. I mean, you need to go have a cup of coffee, okay? Like, how can two walk unless they agree? So if the first stance is, do you believe in Jesus? And your answer is no, this has been fun today. This is a nice time to get out the house, because after today, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, I went on a date with a guy, he was jumpy. And I called Miss Burke, I said, I've never met somebody that's so jumpy. And she said, go ahead and text him and let him know it was fun, but you can't do it. He was too jumpy.
Yeah, you can easily be like, I don't want to continue this relationship, and that's it.
He was jumpy. Okay, he was like shaking. You know, they say that people that shake like that, sometimes they be on drugs and stuff. And I don't have the time.
See, but that's what he talking about. He would have gave them another chance. He would have went on a second date just to make sure that they wasn't. They maybe
weren't
was
jumpy.
nervous.
That's your priority. And right now, at this point, you're young. You're young, and you have a lot more options being younger. And if you don't want to continue, don't continue. Don't look back and just move forward. Keep it moving. That's okay.
Yeah, Taylor Swift, shake it
really,
off.
just keep it moving, because you are young. You know, like, you know, when you're the younger you are as a woman, the best thing you can do is not to get yourself so tied up and committed from the jump. If you want to talk to him again, talk to him. If you don't even worry about it.
Soul ties are real.
I mean, like, just move on.
You can have an emotional soul tie with somebody. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. Like, just don't do it. If you see something that's off-putting and you don't want to invest the time, then do that. If you start feeling like you do, then do it.
Okay, be honest, you ever met somebody that was like shaking? You know what I'm saying? Like, they shaking. And I'm like,
was he really shaking like that, Micaiah? Like shaking?
Because he could have been cold.
It was hot.
Did he look like
he was outside?
No, some people actually have a condition like that. I have a cousin, he shakes a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not wrong with
him. He shakes a lot. He do.
Yeah.
He has a lot
I know
of
a coworker
anxiety,
like that. That's what I'm saying. When you said, I was trying to think of my coworker, but that's the only person I know. But does that so
Because the Holy Spirit would have told me
eliminate?
that. The Holy Spirit would have told me that. No.
That automatically eliminated him for you? The shaking?
He could be on drugs.
Okay. You was thinking he was on drugs. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Because the Holy Spirit have said it's a condition, or my heart just, you know, a lot of times things will be well in
or he
your
just
soul,
nervous?
right?
No, I really, when you said somebody was shaking, that's the first thing I thought about.
He was nervous. I made him nervous. Well, I don't need to date you no way.
No,
if I make you nervous.
I thought about drugs.
No,
did he look like he do
a lot of
drugs?
They on a lot of drugs.
They on a lot of hard drugs.
Yeah.
Did he look like he do drugs?
Real drugs.
Did he look like he do drugs, or did he mention drugs?
His beard won't shave and stuff like that. So that's a sign that you, because their reality is not completely there, right?
Yeah.
What they think that's going on in their mind is not happening in their mind. Then I don't know, he could have been nervous or whatever, but my thing is, why do I need to be a man that does not have self-confidence? Hello, red flag, like she talked about. I've been with men that felt small compared to my light. And I don't have the time or the patience to deal with your manhood when that is your responsibility, not mine. So if you are already nervous when you see me or we're dating, we don't need to date. Go ahead and get you a 7 or a 6 or a 5, because I ain't the one. Okay? Because that's how you look at it. I mean, you have to be realistic like that, because they're already having problems dealing with you. It's going to get worse when another man hits on you or somebody comes into your space. Like Ms. Veronica said, you have to know them when you see them. That's your responsibility. I don't have the time nor the patience. Do you believe in Jesus? So the first, like some of the first questions I ask the guy is, one is, do you believe in Jesus? And two, are your parents still together? And when they answer, then the next question would be, well, how was their marriage? Were they ever married? Were they ever married? Because if you've been with a person that their parents were never married, they have a distorted view about marriage. And a lot of times they don't view marriage, or they could have gotten their marriage idea from their grandparents, and then we need to talk about their relationship, or they got it from TV. Then we definitely need to talk about marriage, because what they show on TV is not the reality of marriage. So we got to talk about that, because that will make you think a certain way about how your women should act, how your spouse should be, how you should be, if you base your marriage or your thought process of marriage on TV or another relationship. We got to talk about it, because if your views don't line up with my views, we don't need to be talking. Now, the one thing you can't get back is time. You do not get it back. You do not return it. So this 2 hours or this day that I done spent with you, I don't get it back, and I could have been working on godly table talk. So we need to figure this out today. Like, what's up, Because you don't get your time back. You just don't. You don't get time back. And so it's very important that you go into these dates and you're going to meet these people prayerfully. And you're really talking to God. Do I need to go? Is this somebody that you want me to? Sometimes God will put you in a situation because he wants you to learn something. He will do that to you. And so it's very important that you go prayerfully. But I don't have the time nor the patience. Okay? I don't have it. I mean, people, I think TV has distorted relationships. It really has a little bit. It really has. Like, it has made people compromise their ethics, and it's made people compromise their morals. It really has, some of us. It just has. So it's a thought process. But thank you guys for an amazing.
But hold on, wait.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to be tonight. So you saying TV made, so because I'm thinking like of the Cosbys, but you saying what marriage did, like, people, what we was raised on, who's married on TV now, like,
I
that
think
we have to look at.
I think what Micaiah is saying is, like, TV makes marriage look easy. Like, it's just a 30-minute episode, so it's a quick 30-minute fix when life ain't really like that. I think that's what Micaiah is saying.
There it goes. It's not. Okay. Yeah, Claire and Bill had the best relationship ever.
Okay.
They did. It's TV.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, their fights weren't you throwing dishes in the kitchen. I bet it was. I bet it was that every day they came home to a home cooked meal. I bet you did. I bet they did. Not I ain't cooking today because that joker done pissed me off. Like, that's not, that's a reality of a relationship. A relationship has highs and lows. There's ups and downs. One person, I remember this woman said, even after I fell out of love with my husband, I still liked him, but that liked remained because we were always friends. And so through that liked, I was able to return back to love. And that's a reality. Like, do you even like the person you dating? Do you like the person that you're with? Love is love, but do you even have a liking to this person? Like, do you even like them? Like, dollar for dollar, donut for donut. When I look at you, will I eat you? Are you jelly filled? Like, that, I like donuts. So would I eat you? Like, that's a reality. Like, that's something you have to really think about. Do you like this person when it comes down to it? You can love someone, so you can love somebody. You can love somebody to death. You can love someone till you're sick. Literally, people are sick, loving people. But do you even like them? Would they be your friend? Would you say, like, yo, like, I can see you as my best friend forever? Like, Is that somebody you can deal with? Because in the day, does love cover them stinky farts? Like, does it cover that? You know what I'm saying? Like, can we have a fart challenge? I mean, that's the reality of marriage. Like, you gonna fart? Like, it's a reality. Like,
Q, I see you smiling. I feel like that's what you looking for, Q.
No,
a fart challenge, because you got happy over there. You got Veronica.
I know.
I can't believe she said that.
Yeah, I'm disgusted actually.
Okay.
I'm joking, by the way, but yeah.
So Makai, we know what you're looking for. I'm gonna write that down.
Well, a non-fart person, that is unrealistic. That's an unrealistic expectation. I was definitely joking.
I don't know, Micaiah.
That's unrealistic. They gonna fart. You living in the same house with somebody. That is unrealistic.
No, I'm talking about that you want to do a fart challenge.
Oh, I would probably do that.
Yeah, I know.
I would probably do that. We're friends, right? I would probably do that. I struggle to burp, so I would want somebody to teach me how to burp properly. I would do that. I would. Teach me how to burp right, Teach me. So yeah. That's deep. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that. Like, why not? You're my friend, right? Let's be friends. Like, that's what Miss Veronica said. Take them cards out. Let's play Monopoly. Will you be a good spades partner? That's important. All of these things are important. No, I'm just joking. No.